can narrate your life or narrate your circumstance or narrate your people, and basically tell the world who you are by their vision, by their thoughts, then that'll shape how you feel about anyone in this world. Let me give you an example. I'm a Seahawks fan. I watch football. I've been watching football for years, most of my whole life. Love the Seahawks. Everything about the Seahawks is what I want, right? The other day, I tried to watch the Seahawks preseason game with the Raiders, and you can't watch it if you live in Seattle. You can't watch Seahawks games that are local on if you're doing like a streaming app service like NFL Plus. You can't do that. So you can only get games outside of your area. So I ended up getting Hulu. I got the little free 3-day subscription for Hulu, and I was able to watch the games in my local area. But after that, I got rid of Hulu, and I went on YouTube, and I seen the games, the full game. The game that I was trying to watch, the game that I didn't, because I don't have cable no more, I don't do that. I just do little streaming services like Sling TV or Hulu or whatever, do a little free promo and then get rid of it. But anyway, I seen the game, it was on YouTube. And Seahawks versus the Raiders, preseason. So then, but here's the thing. The game was being called by Raiders announcers. So, of course, the narration, the commentary is different than if it was a local game. So they're going to talk about the Raiders players. They're going to talk about all their positives, negatives. They're going to talk about, what they need to do to be a good team. They're going to talk about all those things, right? In the commercial breaks, they're going to show the fans, the Raiders fans, oh, the Raiders. But normally, mind you, I watch Seahawks games. So in the commercials, I see the Seahawks fans, oh, Seahawks. And then you got the commentators talking about what we need to do. So you have a different feeling. There's a different feeling that comes based off of the narration of the game. Think about what I just said. Based off of the narration of the game, you feel different. Now here's what happened yesterday. I watched that game on YouTube from the Raiders perspective. It was Raiders Nation TV or something like that on YouTube. And they replayed the Seahawks-Raiders game. I'm a Seahawks fan. And everything was about the Raiders. Everything was talking about the Raiders. Seeing the fans, Raiders, all those Raiders. Now, when my team normally lines up, I'm looking to see what my team's gonna do. What the defense is gonna do, what the offense is gonna do. And I'm just looking at them. When they make a play, I'm like, yes, or no, dang, come on. But when I was watching that Raiders game, I was rooting for the Raiders. It was weird. When the Raiders made a play, because the commentary was talking about their players and what they need to do and how well they're doing and what's the goal. And it was just like the whole narrative shifted. The whole environment was completely turned upside down from what I was used to. I noticed myself kind of rooting for the other team. I was rooting for the Raiders. And if you don't know me, I am a Seahawk fan. Like I'm not gonna do nothing crazy, but I watch all their games. I've been watching them religiously, and that's a bad thing. Religiously for years, for most of my whole life. Every Sunday, no matter what game is on, Seahawks, even if they're playing the worst team in the league, even if the Seahawks are have the worst record and they're just the worst, I watch the Seahawks. And I just so happy, and it's something I've never done. I never watched the game from another team's perspective against my team. But I did that yesterday. And I think it's just God. He allowed me to kind of like see observe how I was feeling in the moment. How I was feeling in the moment. And I don't know why that's not something that's that important. You're watching the football game from another team's perspective. Not important. But for some reason, it was important. It was to show me that when someone narrates your life or narrates who you are, and basically the commentary of your life, they shape how everyone sees you. They can even shape how you see yourself. These people that say that black people are the worst people on the face of the earth. They have all the media. They own and control what we see on the news, what we see on TV. They spread messages out to the world through the airwaves, online, about who we are, how bad and how just the worst we are. And we don't know how strong that power is. It's like a witchcraft. It's a sorcery. Because I can tell you, if you see that stuff only from their perspective all the time, it doesn't matter how strong your will is. That stuff will seep into you, their mindsets, their agenda, the perception that they have of you. It's possible to seep into your mindset and change how you feel even about yourself. I say this like with so much passion and very strongly because I'm a Seahawks fan. You have no idea. Like the Dallas Cowboys fans. They bleed Dallas Cowboys. Or Texas football. They bleed and die Texas football. They love it. Friday Night Lights, all that stuff. Alabama football, right? Packer football. You know, I'm just trying to let you see the, kind of the teams that people really go gung-ho about. I am gung-ho. I was watching this game with the different narration on the narration from the Raiders' perspective. And I was kind of, in my heart, I was like wondering what's going on. When the Raiders made a first down, I was kind of happy. When they made a 3rd and 14, which is something, when a team makes long distance first down, like on 3rd down and forever against the Seahawks, that is the worst. I would punch a hole in the wall because it's like, why can't we get off the field so we can get the ball back? But these guys, they did that, and I was not mad at all. I was kind of like rooting for them because the commentary was skewed towards the Raiders' benefit and advantage, even though I was the greatest Seahawks fan. And I caught myself. I'm like, why do I feel this way right now? Normally, if I was watching it on my local channel, I'd be so mad and upset, and I had to pause. These are the things I look at. I stop and observe things like this. Maybe that's why I got a channel, because it's not something you normally probably would care about. I care about these types of things. So when someone narrates or has the ability to commentate your life, or to say, okay, this is who this person is, and they have the bully pulpit, they have the bullhorn, where they can basically convince other people about who you are, and there's no checks and balances, there's no nothing. They can just, that is what black people in America are dealing with. This is what black people in America are dealing with. A monster that is shaping how they are viewed throughout the world. So that means that these people can basically even change how we feel about ourselves to keep us in our condition. I gotta go. That's all I had to say. Shalom. Blessings to you. Like, share, subscribe. If you'd like to donate to the channel, please donate. $ Judah J Talks 144. And yes, I'm walking because, yes, finally that car that I thought was fixed, that car is not working. The engine's, anyways, blessings to you. Love you. Shalom. If I can get off this, okay.